Hello, everybody, and welcome to Left Hand, Right Brain. I hope this podcast finds you well, and I know I say it every episode, but I say it because for all your likes and subscribes, your rates and reviews, appreciate. And if you like what you're hearing, I just did a walk in there, and if you like what you're hearing on this week's LHRB podcast, like all the other podcasts under the LHRB banner, such as Let's Get Drunk and Talk About Your Wedding with hosts Jen and Mel, or Help Me, I'm Scared, another podcast about horror films with Katie Bowman. Both pretty self-explanatory. It's all in the title, really. You can find those wherever you get your podcasts. On the YouTube channel now, it's you can Google me or YouTube me, JD Lopez, or Left Hand Right Brain. I have them all under some playlists since we've been doing the videos now. So they're up there. And we're having some website trouble, just so you know. lefthandrightbrainpod.com is down right now. If anybody knows anything about pod website hosting versus website building, whether I should be doing that with WordPress or HostGator or just some Squarespace, it's a big headache that my hosting website can't help me with anymore. They said find somebody who knows how to do website building, because I guess one of my plugins is messing up the rest of my website and it's down. Anyway, I'm working on it. I know don't want to bore you with biz talk, website biz talk, but it's what's going on right now. But you can still find the backlogs of any of the Left Hand Right Brains, the JDJOs, the Appetites, the Los Chupacabros, anything LHRB related, you can still find out there wherever you get your podcasts. And hopefully at lefthandrightbrainpod.com in the near future. All right, did I say we're part of Mile High Life? Because we are your source for the dopest podcast in and around Denver, Colorado. You can find all those podcasts by going to milehighlife.com. All right, and I think it does it for the house clean. I don't think I have anything going on stand-up wise at the moment. If you're looking to book me, hit me up. I'm at Left Hand Right Brain on Instagram. That's where I'm the most active. All right, I guess that brings us to this week's podcast, which is with, I don't even know. I mean, she's more than an LHRB All-Star. I mean, she's the host, the co-host of the JDJO podcast, Joanna Meoli. All right, my original co-host when I got into this crazy podcasting adventure. It's been 10 years since we recorded and put out the very first JDJO podcast, which was the predecessor, the pre-podcast to Left Hand Right Brain. Okay, and it really is what defined me as a podcaster, made me realize, you can't rely on anybody else in this podcasting world, which nothing against Joanna. It's just we had different things going on in our lives, and if you're going to do a podcast, you should do it solo. So that's how I started me on this Left Hand Right Brain journey. But it's been 10 years. Yeah, we recorded the very first episode that was never aired. This was the unaired pilot episode that we listened to and commented on in this podcast. So it's here for you, dear listener. All right, if you're a JDJO head from way back in the day, and I know some of you are, aka Johnny Hatchback, aka Johnny Woo, aka Johnny Apple Party. I mean, guys have been ride or die from the beginning. Yeah, thank you to everybody who was on the JDJO podcast. We did get some pretty big guests for being a baby podcast, something that Joanna says towards the end of the pod here. But yeah, we got together. Joanna and I are still friends. We see each other less frequently, but we got together for the 10-year anniversary of the premiere of JDJO, and we listened to the unaired pilot, commenting on it. There was some audio issues with my audio. I've been toying around with a new audio setup, so I was messing around with the audio gate. I know, getting so technical with the audio terms here, but it did cut me off a little bit more than I was hoping. I was trying to cut out the mic bleed. Anyway, that being said, you might hear me kind of cut in and out a little bit, but for the most part, it's definitely listenable for sure. Just if you notice that's what's happening. I'm working to fix that in the future. Won't be a staple. I'm excited for you guys to listen. Thank you so much, Joanna, for coming back on, being on the podcast. It was a heck of a good time, and I can't wait to do it again in another 10 years or so, or just podcasting's been a journey for me. And thank you all for being here, for still being here, for listening. Appreciate. If you want to follow Joanna on any of the socials, I'd recommend Instagram. She's at Not Joe Cheese, J-O. She's the J-O of JDJO. Okay, guys. I'm done with the intro. Let's get into this week's LHRB podcast, which is the 10-year anniversary of the very first JDJO podcast. Part of Mile High Life, produced by Left Hand Right Brain Productions. Yeah, that's
Sorry, I had to burp that whole time, so that's why I kept moving the mic away. I got it out though, so now I'm good.
should have caught it on audio. People love
I did that enough on
people
the
burping in microphones.
I did that a lot on the
ASMR.
Drunk Wedding podcast
Burped a
episode.
lot.
I feel like I did.
Right, yeah. I guess we have
I think I
recorded.
probably did.
It's not that we haven't recorded in the past 10
Yeah.
years
Yeah, I'm sure there's probably multiple recordings of me burping.
on this podcast. Yeah. Well, welcome to it, everybody. This is the JDJO reunion.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah. I did have this JDJO, and we have Joanna Meoli.
Oh,
Way too loud. Yeah, sorry.
that's how happy
Joanna
everybody
Meoli
is.
in the house.
Hey,
Pasta Meoli, if you will.
old school name, yeah.
Oh, is that not your Instagram handle anymore?
No, it hasn't been like that for like,
Well, you'll
7
always be
years.
Pasta Meoli to me, I guess.
I love it. But yeah, my new one is nacho cheese, which I think is very clever.
It's not your name.
Joe, not
Joe
Joe
cheese.
cheese.
I thought you said nacho cheese.
Oh, no, not Joe
Like
cheese.
your name's not in there at all. How is that clever?
I think it's very clever.
Well, I mean, how's it feel being in the seat now, the hot seat again? I mean, it's been 10 years.
Mhm.
We talk about the dates. It was June when we recorded our first one, but they didn't come out till July
Mhm.
2013.
Mm-hmm.
The first JDJO came back out. I mean, and I thought I was late to the podcast game back then,
Oh my God.
but people are, crazy now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, setup's whole changed. I mean, what do you
Mhm.
think? I kept the desk and the couch, though.
I love it.
That dynamic is the same.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but before I used to be sitting over by you. So I was
you'd
sitting
be
like,
on this side
yeah.
of the desk?
And then we had our guests like on the couch most of the time. So it feels weird being on the couch, but I like it. It's comfier than the old seat. So
Yeah, that was just, we were recording out of a basement, out of a
yes, I do remember that.
row home I was renting a room out of
Yeah.
downtown Denver.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
That was an interesting time. We would come over and you would juice things and then we would have some juice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was really
and then
into
go down to
juicing.
the basement.
Oh, right now I'm fasting, so, just haven't had any calories today.
Nice.
So,
I think
just
I
moved on to
ate-
the next trend.
Yeah, exactly.
How I do it with dieting. Yes. Might be something to look at in the future. Not today. We're looking back. I got
That's okay. I ate a yogurt and now I'm drinking a high noon because I told JD how I was like, I'm anxious. And I was like, does anyone drink on the podcast? And he was like, no. I was like,
Not
can
really, but
I have
some
one?
people.
He was like, yeah,
The Discussion Combustion Boys brought in some Bud Lights.
which is really funny.
Yeah.
One high noon is less funny than that, but
Where
that's
is it?
okay. It's right here.
Oh, there's a table behind you if you want to put it up there.
Oh, nice. Maybe I will.
I mean, you
Free
should.
advertisement.
Definitely don't put it on the ground.
Okay, because
Okay.
I'll probably accidentally knock it over, and that's
I'm
carpet.
just as controlling, I'm sure, as you remember.
Yeah, that's okay though. I'm less annoying, hopefully,
Than
than
I
you
remember.
remember.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I know. We'll see how it goes.
No, yeah, I mean, flashbacks to old times. I mean, we set it up at noon. You're here at was it 12:40?
Yeah,
So
I met Sam for coffee later or earlier, and I was like, oh, I should probably go
Friend of
because
the
I'm
show,
probably
Pot
going
MP.
to. Yeah, I'm probably going to be late. And Sam was like, well, it wouldn't be an episode of JDJO if you weren't late. And I was
Yeah.
like, Thank you. But I tried really hard not to be, but then I still was. So
Thanks for trying.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. I was like, part of me wanted to get mad, but I was like, no, this is it. This is what it was.
feels right.
And I factored in an extra hour to our recording.
You're so
time,
smart, actually. When you were like, oh, I have another recording at 3, I was like, this man knows who he's handling right now.
It was at 2. I pushed it back till 3.
You are a smart man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You've come a long way.
I mean, we've been friends for a long time. So
yeah, over 10 years.
Yeah. It's funny going back and listening to the original episode, which I think we should do.
Yeah.
Or the first one, or should we do the pilot?
The pilot.
The unaired pilot.
I think we should.
Episode.
Oh, we didn't even air it?
Nope, it's never been aired.
Well, then we have to play it.
Get it
I mean, it didn't have a chance to show, its potential.
Yeah, there's some squeaks and some, squawks from just getting
I'm sure it's oh yeah, I remember
audio
we
stuff.
did it because we were like deciding or not whether we should actually do it or not. So we were like, let's go and like just try and do an episode and see how we feel. And then we both were like, okay, yeah, I think we can do this.
Yeah.
So it was almost like a practice run.
I listened to the very first episode we did put out. I listened to the last one, and then I went back and listened to the infamous podcast.
I was gonna say my favorite personally is the podcast. It's the funniest one.
Like but way back in 2013, we'd had just been legalized, and we went to a store and we had, I think we got some mints or something.
Yeah, we got some mints. Yeah, but we recorded the first half not high. And then
then it kicked in.
Yeah, and then we ate it, and so the last like 15 or 20 minutes is us being really high, and I want to let you know I have been listening to the song Let's Duet.
Oh, from
because that was the episode we were like, we've been practicing the song. We said we were going to go to open mic
on guitar,
and we were going to go do it.
Very embarrassed.
Yeah. Well, we could do it today. Do you have your guitar?
I do, but I haven't played in forever.
Oh, okay. No worries. We got to find the karaoke version.
I mean, again, I'd have to scrub up on the song. I do think "Walk Hard" is my favorite comedy.
Oh, really?
Possibly
of all time?
Well,
nice.
Until the Lonely Island one came along. That one's so good too.
Yeah, that is a really good one.
Never Stopping.
I think my favorite comedy of all time is Shrek. I just think it's so funny every time the jokes land. I don't know what it is. And maybe it's because it's also so lighthearted, but that shit is always funny to me.
Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping. So.
Oh, yeah. All those like movies made by those people are really good.
Yeah. The musical ones, I really
Yeah. I love John C. Reilly.
Riley's fantastic. Jenna Fisher, still have a huge crush
Oh my
on
God.
Jenna.
Yeah, don't blame me for that. She's very attractive and very cool.
Yeah.
But she's like humble about it.
Yeah.
I feel like she's not like flaunting it,
Yeah. So that's always been my, a celebrity crush. I think some of yours that we talked about on the podcast have not aged well.
Oh no. I'm like scared. I'm like, I don't even remember.
You don't remember? You talked about Danny Masterson a lot. That 70s show.
Yeah. That one definitely did not age well.
And then in the first episode you also talked about your favorite comedian, Louis C.K.
Oh, God damn. I just my dating history was very bad up until my husband. I was just drawn to guys who were not very good to women, I guess. So there's that. It all checks out. You could tell
on a subconscious level.
Yeah.
You're just like, they would not treat me well.
Yeah. Something about them. I was just like, oh, yeah.
That's the fucked up thing about our psychology. Is like that's what we're drawn to.
I do think.
You just pick up on those vibes.
Right. I after the whole thing came out with Danny Masterson, I came to I can be okay with being like, I had a crush on Hyde.
Yeah, Hyde, the character
not
Hyde.
Danny Masterson.
Yeah.
So.
And R.I.P. the Green Ranger. He died. He killed himself, actually.
Oh.
It's a mental illness.
Damn.
I don't know if he wasn't good to women, but
yeah,
he definitely had some demons.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Anyway.
Green Ranger.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because oh, really?
Yeah.
He died?
Yeah.
Didn't he turn Christian and was making that clothing brand for
MMA
wrestling?
fighting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dang. Oh my God. It took a second for me to realize who you were talking about. That is really sad.
I know. Yeah, it is. I was shocked when I heard about it.
I'm shocked right now. You shocked my system. Dang. Well, yeah. R.I.P. for real. I mean, I meant it before, but I mean it even more now. The Green Ranger, who also became the White Ranger.
Jason David Frank.
Yep, that's him. He aged pretty cute, though. I will say that.
Yeah, kept it up.
Yeah. Dang. Anyways,
yeah.
is Jenna Fisher the only? Oh, I'm sorry.
She aged well. It's all.
Yeah. Is she your only celebrity crush from the back in the day?
I mean, that was the main one. And that makes me the blood red mad when people are all like, I don't think Jim and Pam should have ended up together.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me blood red mad. And
yeah.
Obviously not going to be friends.
Yeah, I think that I agree.
She's my perfect woman.
Mallory gives off that vibe, so I can see that.
She has the Jenna Fisher vibe?
Yes. Her hair.
Yeah, it's like brown and curly.
Uh-huh. Smile. Mm-hmm.
I have a type.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and fire up this
pilot
episode. And we can pause it whenever you want, and we'll we can talk.
What should my signal be to pause? That?
Hey, pause it.
Oh, okay.
And you could do the hand sign, whatever.
You could be picking yourself up here on this mic because they're all really good mics. I mean, I got some good stuff. Can you hear yourself?
You're still using the same
mic.
mic?
Of a neat
Oh,
concept,
nice.
right?
I feel like
They were good mics.
on the radio right now.
They are good mics. You're still using
They
the
are
same
good
one.
mics.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for correcting my grammar.
I've only had, not so much grammar, just effect. The only upgrades I've made to the studio are the cameras, really. I mean, I've had the same equipment. I mean, I have a different mixer now.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I just within the last couple episodes retired the old mixer and recorder for this new Zoom H6.
Nice. Yeah, you really invested from the beginning.
Yeah, that's where all my student loans went.
Yay!
1 year.
Yeah. Mine probably went to partying.
It'll be out there somewhere someday, I guess.
Oh my God, it's out here now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
10 years later.
Government. I meant government.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I don't know. Do you buy into all that? Someone's listening.
Are we practicing right now?
Yeah. I'm just talking. This is it. Yeah, it's recording and everything.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm kind of workshopping a bunch of different names. Maybe like I think Rocky Mountain Oysters is out.
Do you remember Rocky Mountain Oysters being in the mix for the name of the podcast?
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the other ones?
No.
I have a journal.
The old runner-ups.
Old ideas, things like this when I was thinking about the podcast. Working out the logo. I was doing 360 days of JD. Do you remember that?
Uh-huh.
I did a video every day. Yeah.
That was commitment too. And that's pretty much exactly how it ended up looking.
Yeah.
I still see those stickers randomly in places. I think Johnny Hatchback was really good about like placing them in like bars and shit.
Our number one fan.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he was the one. So.
DP is just another one I wanted to call it. DP for Denver Podcast.
Was that it?
Well, I'm reading some of my notes here.
Oh yeah, I guess you can always cut out long periods of silence, right?
I do.
Oh, okay, great. Well, then I'm just gonna sit here silently.
Or you can say what you want. Radio plays. That's also something I've dabbled in. I got one out, not the one we were talking about. But I have a list of good comedians.
Right,
Aziz Ansari right on top.
Yeah, maybe we'll get him on the show one day.
Yeah. Pete Holmes is number 2.
Oh, I would love to have that. That'd be cool.
Stand-up ideas here in this notebook. Yeah. Names for buttholes. I have a list of just names for buttholes. So I always gravitated towards lists of things.
Yeah.
This is more of my stand-up and less of the podcast. But should I read the list?
Yeah, I was going to say, let me
names?
know. Maybe I'll use them.
Dirty Sheriff's Badge. Rusty Wagon Wheel. Anal Rosebud.
Nice.
Cinnamon Spider. The Hole Reserved for Poo.
That's a real literal one. That's a good one.
Well, in the parentheses, I have the whole normally in parentheses reserved for poo.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I don't.
Brown Eye, Brown Town, Mud Whistle, Muddy Doorbell.
That's a good one.
Brown Palace. The
Brown
poop chute.
Palace is fun. That one is like kind of fancy.
Yeah, there's the hotel here.
Yeah.
That's for the president's days.
I know.
The
The
Brown
president
Palace.
could say it in my. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, not
Still
Joe
talking
Biden.
about
but
Obama.
yeah, probably
we
Obama.
talked about Obama on here a lot.
Yeah. He's one who could have.
But not old Joe, huh?
In my Brown Palace. But no, Joe's not the one for me. That's Leslie. Nope.
The poop chute. Balloon knot. Back door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Nice. I like the first one, the dirty sheriff badge or whatever.
Yeah.
That one's my favorite. I'm probably going to use that.
Got that from Hollywood Babylon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So names for the podcast. Yeah, there we go.
Mhm,
All right, we'll keep going.
Yeah.
It's because I was like, what I was gonna do with this other guy, but he kind of
Mhm.
fell out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what
I
the
was
name
your
is.
runner-up. You probably told me this at the beginning, honestly.
Yeah, maybe.
But now that I'm being reminded, I'm pissed.
Well, you're the one here, so I don't
Nice.
even remember who that person was.
Me either. They probably suck. Just kidding.
likes corduroy. I like fake corduroy productions. Remember you were there when I
Right.
came up with that.
That was my old
Asa, and you
Instagram
helped
title.
me come up with
Oh,
that.
yeah.
We were in the whale recording.
I think it should be like
Asa,
a
old boyfriend, old guest
Presents,
podcast.
But I don't think the talk show should be called Lex Corduroy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't come up with a good name because I really were you even the one
Just
who helped
born
me
about a name.
Yeah.
help
Names
with
are
the
important.
Slogan,
Yeah,
like
it really
someone's
is.
hand going over the corduroy, and then going ooh corduroy, right?
I don't know if I
Well, that
was. I
wasn't you?
remember we were talking about it at my house because you were talking about how you really like corduroy and you thought it was like a cool name, and I was like, that is a really good name.
Right. But anyway, so I don't know what this is called yet, but this is Joanna Meoli, right?
Hi.
Yes. I'm JD Lopez.
Right.
What's today's date? 6 June
The 9th.
9th,
Yeah.
Wow.
2013. We got to document,
Mhm.
so when like archaeologists find this
When the
way
government
into the
listens and they'll know what day we're talking.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. I think you've been hanging out with Nate and those guys a little too much.
Yeah.
Nate Valdez and the whale.
Yeah. He did our opening song.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I actually thought that song was really good.
I love it so much.
Mhm.
I've fallen so much in love with it. He did an updated version,
Mm-hmm.
like a better produced version
Mm-hmm.
that I never use because I
Aw.
don't like it as much as I like the OG
Oh, the OG.
version.
Yeah. That's fair.
I think I may have made him upset about that, but
Well, sorry.
well, because
Nate.
he was like, "Hey, do you want an updated version?" I was like, "Sure," but it sounds a little different.
It
sounds-
sounds.
It
not
doesn't sound the
raw.
same.
Yeah. It doesn't
Yeah,
have that
the
vibe.
tune's different. It's a little bit different. It's like it's not the vibe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Do you think they've had an influence on your?
Definitely. Yeah. I feel like
We're talking
had
about
a big
Nate,
influence on
Valdez,
my, like,
'cause you lived
Oh.
with
being
them.
in aliens because I
Yeah.
was always scared of aliens, but
Still
I never
scared
really
of
gave
aliens.
it much thought, and now I think about
It's becoming like more of a reality now. Governments
know.
are saying that it's a thing. So are you more scared?
Yes. I would like to. I believe aliens are real for sure. And they probably are hovering around the planet sometimes.
Are you talking about like mantis looking aliens, grape guys, or do you think just like, oh, there's probably like amoebas on Jupiter?
I mean,
That
kind of
kinda-
all the above.
Okay.
Like technically, yeah, the amoebas are an alien, but I do believe there's like humanoid versions as well, or maybe not humanoid, but like an actual, I don't know,
Other
developed
life form,
species.
kind
Yeah.
of a thing.
Mm-hmm. I would like to be on my deathbed and then they come and me be like, I knew it, but then I die and I never have to deal with it.
It's funny because on the last episode we talk about ways we wanted to die.
Mhm. Oh, did I say I want to see an alien and die?
No, but that's interesting. I was gonna see if it's updated from what we said before.
I mean, the way I'd still like to die would probably be like peacefully in my bed, or like human euthanasia type of thing. Just because, like, I work with
Human euthanasia.
yeah, I work with
You
animals.
want someone else to
Well, it's
shoot
like
you with some venom.
yeah, but it's like I'm obviously like kind of sick enough or old enough that like
okay, it's not just
my
like when you hit
quality
an
of-
age.
no. Like my quality of life has really gone downhill, and it would be like better to let me rest. Like the same thing with animals. So yeah, I always think that's so like
Do you
a
remember
gift.
what I said?
You want to go out with like a bang.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
Mhm.
that's the gist of it. I
Mhm.
said specifically saving a bus full of Girl Scouts and
Ugh.
puppies.
Well, that's actually a great way to go.
And then at the end, you were like, I was like, how do I want to die, Joanna? And you're like, saving Girl Scout cookies, which is not the same kind of death, Joanna. Completely different.
There's a bunch of Girl Scout
Big
cookies on that
difference.
bus. Oh no.
You died eating girls. I mean, yeah, it makes me feel
That's
like
also
sound like a
selfless
bad-
though, because you want to make sure people get their Girl Scout cookies.
I was talking to my wife about it. And she says it makes it sound like you were drowning Girl Scouts to to eat these cookies.
They're like, help me. And you're like, screw you. And you're grabbing the
The
cookies.
Samoas.
Yeah. You're like, I know what's important here.
Yeah.
And the kids are like, actually, you're right. This is
Whoa.
what we wanted.
Yeah.
You know?
This is what we wanted.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which I guess is the best thing someone can say to you with
Mm-hmm.
as you're killing them.
Mm-hmm. But back to aliens. The reason I'm scared of them is because of fucking Mars Attacks, which I know is supposed to be a comedy. But those aliens specifically, I think are so scary. Like I can watch it now as an adult, but when I saw it as a kid, everybody was like, oh, I love this movie. It's so funny. Like people my age.
Yeah, they're like demonic though.
And
There's
look,
some edge to them.
those guys are fucking freaky in the way they talk. And then like that scene where they're like, they want peace and they release the dove and then they shoot the dove. And then they're like, all of a sudden like, oh, obviously these people want to kill us. So then that's when they retaliate. But also like at the end when like that lady's head is on like that chihuahua's body. I don't know why that also really bothered me. Oh, God.
Sorry, we're playing.
It's okay. Oh, and the scene where the one is like dressed up as a human, she's like walking through like the fucking White House and like the way she walks. We'll never get over this movie.
I am the Martian ambassador. We come in peace.
They come in peace.
We come in peace. We come in peace.
Jack Nicholson was the president.
Yeah, that's also scary. Yep, here we go. Those things are so fucking scary looking.
The brain head.
Yes, and they're no mouth, just the teeth. Oh, God. And that's when they're like, and then they shoot everyone there pretty much. It's so scary. Anyways,
And that's why you
that's why I'm scared of aliens.
got it.
Like I've seen Alien, the movie, and that movie. Nope, I'm like, this movie's really fucking good. I don't want to go to outer space.
How old
But-
were you when this happened? When this movie?
I must have been in junior high. I'm sure I was not in elementary school.
Mars Attacks came out in 1996.
Oh,
I was
maybe
like 7.
if I saw it when it came out, then I definitely was in elementary school. So, but I don't know if I would have been allowed to see it right away. My parents were usually pretty strict about that stuff. But either way, whatever age it was,
Still
traumatizing.
scared of it. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Got it, like way
Really?
too much. Yeah. It's pretty bad, but it's also not bad. I'm not scared of aliens anymore.
Well,
Now I kind of
that girl was lying.
Cool.
No way. I think if aliens
brave
were
of you.
real, I would be.
I was trying to be
flipping out.
cool.
Oh, I would freak
Just
out,
are.
but I'm like I used to be like super scared of them. Like Mars Attacks used to like scare.
Oh
the
my
shit
There it
God,
is,
there
yeah.
you go.
kid,
I-
which
I-
everyone like loves that movie.
The one thing I have realized from re-listening to a lot of these is not a lot has changed for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
So we talk about Harry Potter in the first one.
Nice.
Talk about audiobooks. You're
Mhm.
talking, I mean, I bet you will say kind of almost the same thing.
Movie, and I still like it, but I think that's like the scariest alien movie there is.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Those guys are freaky.
think Close Encounters. No,
Oh,
the
that's a
fourth
good
kind,
one.
or
Oh yeah, that one's good.
the one with the chick from what are those zombie games? Resident Evil.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
chick from she does like
Mm-hmm.
she's like in Alaska and she's like a therapist
yeah.
and someone was talking about the owls and like the time you wake up during the nights
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I was
yeah.
waking up at that exact time every night for a while and
I
it
know.
freaked me
that movie
out.
freaked me out too because it made
Mila
it look like it
Jokovic.
was, like,
Yeah.
real.
Jokovic.
She's
Spoiler alert,
really
it's not
attractive.
real. I
Oh.
googled it. Unless the
She's
government
cool.
wants us to believe that, and they
Right.
put on the internet that's not real, then maybe it is real.
Whoa. It's
So.
like reverse inception.
Yeah, exactly.
What is that?
Sounds like a lawnmower or something.
I think
Talking about my older
maybe
roommate.
Ashley
Oh,
is
yeah.
using her blow dryer.
Oh yeah.
She's blowing.
Yeah,
her
have you
hair.
ever met Ashley? She's using
I had a lot of
using
roommates.
that
Yeah.
Hated them.
machine that blows.
Not Ashley.
Mhm.
Ashley was cool.
Do you
But
want
Yeah.
to use these headphones?
I think
No, I
some of the
know
guys
what it
were
sounds
not
like.
cool.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
having a good time.
The
listening
Yeah,
girls.
yeah,
to
that's
it.
what I figured. I
Mm.
need to get like
Oh.
yeah, I ended up having 3 roommates that basically kicked me out.
Mm-hmm.
They all got together and bought furniture and stuff for the living room and
Mhm.
didn't ask me if I wanted to be a part of it, and they just expected me to never go in the living room.
That's so passive aggressive and
I
petty.
know what bitches.
Yeah. Did you do something to make them angry?
I guess expected them to be decent people.
Yeah. Maybe they were annoyed that I was coming over every Sunday and like a random person, but
That was
they
after
didn't
this,
tell.
though.
I
I mean, I had people coming in and out doing left hand, right brain. And
Sorry, I keep burping.
no, it's
That
fine.
high
You
noon.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you
Next
should
one,
just burp right
I'll
into
do
the
it in the
microphone.
mic next time.
I mean,
Yeah.
no one knows what you're doing unless you're doing
When I'm,
it.
they're like, "What is she doing?"
Yeah.
A little like dual
Citizenship.
Yeah, I would love to get dual citizenship. I read a book where this guy was talking about he like becomes disenfranchised with America after 9/11 and all these different things, and he wants to get dual citizenship. It's really hard.
Yeah, I bet. I
Well-
don't think I could pass like the test that people have to take.
Still
at
couldn't.
all.
I don't think other countries really
To
make
become
you,
an American, you mean?
I've heard that shit is hard.
Yeah, I have heard that as well.
Mm-hmm.
do
I
that.
know, it's
Some
stupid.
countries, the country that he ends up getting a dual citizenship within the book, you just have to own land in
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah, so he buys a condo, and then he like 6-month process he gets his dual citizenship.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, or you could just be born in a different country or have parents of different ethnicity or from a different place. Like my
Mhm.
grandfather is Portuguese,
Mm-hmm.
so I think he has dual.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mom would have to apply for it and get it, and then I could apply for it and get it, and I wouldn't have to like do anything really.
That's really cool. Has your mom done that?
No, she wouldn't like do that. I'd have to like
Still
pay for all the
hasn't.
paperwork, like basically just have her
Make
sign her
do
name,
it, yeah.
and then
It might be kind of worth it.
I think so too. But I mean, what if
You'd
shit
have to
really?
Yeah, we're talking about getting out of the country in 2013. So.
Still something I would love to do.
I guess
Also,
if you didn't do it during Trump, you're not leaving.
I mean, yeah, probably
Yeah,
not.
you just bought land, so
Mm-hmm.
you have a house
Yeah.
now. You're
Yeah.
a homeowner.
Yeah.
You've grown so much.
Yeah. Come
I
a
mean, this
long
girl
way.
was talking about the Joanna on the first episode was talking about sleeping on boys' couches, you
Uh-huh.
know, and getting out there sucking and fucking,
Yeah.
or at least trying to.
Yeah.
Were
Yeah.
you getting laid a lot back then?
Yeah, I was.
Okay,
Mhm. I was
congratulations.
pretty successful. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, I think that's looking back, I should have been cooler about it.
It's okay. I think you were trying to find your true love.
Well, not so much cool about yeah, I mean, whatever. It is like
I
shoulda,
just
woulda,
wanted.
coulda, but things could also have been different,
Yeah.
Also, I have to have an emotional connection to be
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get an erection.
You're like
so.
demisexual. That's what that means.
Demi Moore.
Yeah, you're like Demi Moore.
Wow, striptease.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're like, I got an emotional connection to that movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I just wanted to be punk rock. And
In fucking a lot is punk rock.
I mean, if you're fucking a lot of punk guys, kind of. And being like,
You're
I
punk
don't
by
care about
association?
anything. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
You do talk
Spoiler
about your
alert.
punk friends.
Yeah. That's how I still refer to them.
Your punk
And
rock friends.
I've been a poser this whole time. I've never been punk. Just kidding.
So you didn't fuck enough punk guys to be punk yet, or you don't give a shit
Yeah, I was
enough?
one
Like,
short. Yeah.
What's your what are the standards for being punk?
Well, I mean, obviously hating the government. I was like that. Acting like you didn't give a fuck. I was like that. But mostly knowing like punk bands that weren't just like mainstream. And I did get into that after I pretended I was like that and hung out with my friends for a while. And then eventually by hanging out with them, I did become that. I mean, I'm sure that's not really the rules, but that was like the rules in my mind that I had set for myself. So,
Google says a worthless person, often used
oh
in
shit.
general terms.
Then I
of
was, and I
abuse.
still am punk rock. Who knew? Thank you for laughing at that.
I mean,
A worthless
I bet-
person is what Google says?
well, it's a
Jeez,
punk, and
what
then
a
noun
fucking
punk rock,
blow.
loud, fast moving, and aggressive form of music, and then the second one,
Mm-hmm.
a worthless person. But that might just be punk.
Oh, like, hey, you punk, like an old man calling a kid that.
What makes someone punk rock? Raw energy, fast tempo, short song forms,
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I agree with that for like the band.
a do-it-yourself work ethic.
Yeah.
say you have that?
They have great work ethic. That's
Well,
great.
do it yourself work ethic.
Yeah. I mean, now that
Dude, I bet all those punk rock kids have sold out way more than you did. One of those people had a house before you did, didn't
Oh,
they?
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not punk rock.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. But it's okay. I don't really care anymore. Now that we're all
Do you
grown
still
up,
hang out with them?
yeah.
What do
Not
you
all
call
of them.
us, like our group of friends, to them?
I call you guys like my old friends, like old
I have
meaning
to hang
like
out with my old friends.
no, like old, like I've known you the longest, or like Greeley friends, depending on like which group of, like I would call you and like Eric and like Jen, like my old friends, like, oh, I'm going to meet up with
I'm even in a different group now. You don't associate me with just Sam and Stephanie anymore?
I mean, I do, but not as much as I do with Eric Riley now.
We're talking about tight friend groups that we've had our whole lives, just for the listeners. You really got to go back and listen to every episode of JDJO if you want to get the context of this episode right here. This is for the OGs.
Yeah, which I'm sure everybody's going to go
JDs.
back and listen to.
I mean, I know one guy who said he's gone back and he's listened through.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah, he's like, he wants, I was like, hey, you should listen to this pod. He's like a newer comic. And, or newer to me at least, And I was like, hey, you should listen to the pod. And he's like, I'm going to start from the beginning because I'm a completionist. And,
wow.
I mean, there's like 42 episodes of JDJO.
Wow.
Plus 300 plus
of left hand,
right brain. And then that doesn't even include the live hand right brains or the appetites podcast.
Wow.
I mean,
that is crazy.
There's a lot in there.
Wow. Good for him. That is.
Yeah. So whenever I see him, I'm like, where are you up at?
Punk rock. He's got an amazing do-it-yourself work ethic. That guy.
That guy's punk rock.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, also when I associate you with Sam and stuff, it's also like my old friends or like my best friends.
Like your real friends, your true friends. Would you call us the true friends?
Yeah.
Like in True Blood, they call it the true death.
Actually, I should refer to you guys like that because like there was a time period where I feel like we all were obsessed with True Blood as well.
Yes.
So might as well do that. I mean, Sam just named her. I keep bringing up Sam. Sorry. She just named her new dog Sookie.
Listeners of the podcast now, members of the Brain Trust. Yeah.
Okay,
did we have a name for the listeners of JDJO? The Johnny Hatchback?
Your mom and Johnny Hatchback, you mean? Which your mom used to say she loved my voice. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, our parents were really rooting for us to get together.
Yeah,
which didn't happen.
I know. My mom would always be like, so you and JD? And I was like, no, we're just friends.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked out. Sorry, Joanna.
But it's okay.
I mean, we just knew we weren't right for each other.
Yeah. Not compatible romantically.
Yeah, no. I mean, or just like life-wise.
Yeah.
I think we would have murdered each other if we had to live together.
Yes, for sure. I'm not clean enough for you.
You would have definitely bought all like kitchen furniture and expected me to never go in the kitchen. As a passive thing.
I wouldn't have done that. But there was that picture I posted from like New Year's Eve, and you're wearing like a really nice suit, and I'm wearing like I don't know, a pretty outfit, and I have purple hair, and I'm like posing like this, and I said,
and you have a ring.
Yes, I had my ring on my finger, but it was like a ring my sister gave me. And my like caption was like, so happy to ring in the new year with you, JD. And people were like, did you guys get engaged? I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. That's funny. And then I did get married on New Year's Eve. So
yeah, well, way to take my thunder.
I'm sorry.
My birthday's New Year's Day. So
I know, but you got married on Sam's birthday.
Yeah, not relevant to us though.
I know. I'm just saying we all do it. Okay.
Yeah, every day.
I can't help it
birthday.
that you have a cool birthday.
Yeah.
But I still remember to text you on your birthday, even though it's my wedding anniversary.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we've kept a good friendship.
Mm-hmm.
You've done a lot. You went to vet tech school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you like have changed completely. I feel like from the person we started doing the pod with. I started doing the pod with.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, for the better, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, time will tell, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's in a positive direction.
Thank you. And you've stayed the same.
You think I'm the same? Whoa, okay.
No, you've come a long way too. You've matured a lot, and you also have a lot more grace and patience with people, which I appreciate because I'm a fuck up guy now. So I need that. So
no, yeah, I remember us arguing quite a bit about timing and stuff. But you were very gracious. I mean, you were very patient with me, which I appreciate, and thank you for that. I mean, that was very.
Of course.
Very kind of you. Thinking back on it, I know I was being a dick at certain times, and you were just like, Usually people just say thank you when someone comes and picks you up. Just some stuff that's like,
but I would be like 30 minutes late.
yeah. I mean, I was, I'm thinking of this specific instance. We were going hiking or camping, I think. And
okay. Not the one with Nick Fox.
I think it was that.
That was another time we got way too high.
Yeah,
That was hilarious.
It was not a good time.
After, in hindsight.
Still think back on it as not a great time for me.
Really?
Yeah, we took an edible, went on a hike.
We took like a
You
bunch
thought
of
we
edibles.
were going dead. You thought we were dead.
I
and
thought we
walking to
were
purgatory.
yep, exactly. Because Nick Fox was fucking,
The leader of the hike.
yes. And he kept turning around and being like, we're almost there. We're almost there. And it was just kept going uphill. And I was not like a big hiker then.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And I just remember being like,
That's probably
Nick
why
Fox
I hate
is
hikes.
a demon, and he's just because he knows I'm never going to be like, are you sure? And I'm never going to
You're never
speak
gonna
up.
question it.
So I'm just going to keep walking up this hill forever. Kind of like that. Like, is it Greek mythology?
Sisyphus, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I felt like we were in, and I felt like you knew it.
Thought we were in Greek mythology. That's how high I was.
I felt like you and I were there, and like everybody else was like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I
feel
don't know if I've ever been that high since,
I mean,
or maybe I
Not
have,
good
but
times.
like at home, and like then I was like, I can go to bed.
and I mean, I refuse to go hiking pretty much to this day. So it's really scarred me.
You went on a hike in Estes Park to propose to Mallory.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little jaunt. I wouldn't
Okay.
say it's a hike.
Okay.
I mean, you could see that where we went from the ground.
It wasn't
it's not-
purgatory where you were like,
Yeah.
shit, this never ends.
Yeah, I was halfway through walking on it. Fuck it. I don't want to do this
Yeah.
anymore.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, I'm just impressed and how much you've grown, and it's
Oh my god.
I'm very flattered that we're still friends.
Oh my god. Same.
Is all I'm saying. But
Oh my
okay.
god.
We
Jeez.
did go down. How am I going to get to Brazil?
Talking about fleeing the country, getting
Right,
dual
right,
I
right.
guess
citizenship.
if I really had to.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's a cool idea. Does it bother you if people ask if you're Mexican or Native American? And
There
not
you go.
Portuguese?
There's a burp.
No, but I
That
was
sounded like the
actually,
Mars Attacks
just
aliens,
talking with my
actually.
therapist about how I like to identify more with the Portuguese.
I was waiting for your head to burst out.
Oh, and be like,
Mars Attacks. Like that would be a twist.
yeah, plot twist.
Aspect because it's like more. I don't know. There's a bunch of preconceived notions that come with Mexican or
Mhm.
Hispanic, like
Mhm.
bad connotation, lazy,
Yeah. I know, which is
in and
so
out of jail all the
weird
time.
that people.
I mean, I'm describing my brother. No, he's grown a lot as well, but
In jail.
no, he's out.
Oh, okay. Good for him.
Yeah, he's got a kid and stuff. So
Good for him.
yeah,
That's still funny though.
but yeah, I was really battling with my identity back then,
Mm-hmm.
and therapy was a big part of my life
I
back then.
know.
I mean, we go to couples therapy, my wife and I.
Love that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. I know you were really good about going to therapy.
I loved it. Every week I would
I
do
know-
it. It was
Yeah, you were so consistent. You did for like 10 years with
almost.
the same
Yeah.
therapist too.
Yeah.
I remember you just like loving her. She
I
was
do.
amazing.
Still do.
Aww.
Yeah. It's probably one of the most important.
That's probably one of the reasons you were able to grow so much
Oh,
because
yeah.
you were so
Oh, yeah.
consistent with therapy.
Yeah.
Everybody
it. I
should
loved
do
it.
it. I think
Yeah, for sure.
there's no downside, even if you feel like mentally stable. It's just a nice thing.
Yeah, it's like exercising your mind in a way.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, and your emotions. Hmm.
People associate lazy with it.
My brother
And the jail.
totally fits
Oh.
that. And so,
Really?
yeah, it's
Oh,
stereotypes
shit.
there for a reason, I guess.
Sorry,
Yeah, but I don't think it's because he's like Hispanic. I think it's just because
he's him.
It's his personality.
if you think of like the immigrants, they're definitely not, lazy. at all.
Lazy, right? Yeah, that's true.
Get you
And I feel like
defending
if it's the jail
immigrants.
thing, then that might be because there's no other options. Lots of times, I don't know.
Damn, I had some
Get money,
cool
but I don't
viewpoints.
know.
I mean, I
haven't
still
really
believe
talked to
that,
him
but
since he
Yeah.
I
started
was like
drugs a long
speaking
time
about
ago.
it.
Yeah, I talked to my brother once. What I really wanted to ask him was every time he's about to get off probation or like about to get out of the system,
Mhm.
he does something to fuck it up. Like he'll
Like he
rob
almost wants to be in the system.
Yeah, that's what I'm just curious about. I wanted to ask him, like, are you just comfortable? Like,
Mm.
what? I mean,
Were you gonna say
Why?
he robs a bank?
he robbed a convenience store.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Dang.
Pretty crazy. I've never known anyone to do that.
really. And my brother's done a bunch of weird stuff.
The day he robs a bank, that's when I'll be really impressed.
Okay.
Did he ever do it?
No, he
She's
doesn't.
waiting. for
Not
that.
yet.
Because that's hard to do.
Well, there's
now.
still time.
Maybe
He
I'll
might
tell
take
him that
this
next
pot
time
as a
he's about to
challenge.
Get off work.
Yeah.
Hopefully he won't.
Yeah. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
If you rob a bank,
You know, you're not gonna
there's this
impress
girl
me.
who's gonna be impressed.
I'll be impressed too. I'll tell you know.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're all gonna be impressed. He'll
Oh,
definitely
no.
don't tell him that.
Yeah. I'll start
Was I
digging a
high in
hole.
this
Like, go
episode?
to the house
Jeez.
Next to a bank and start digging a hole over there.
Yeah. Bank robbers
No,
are
you tell me.
You think so?
I might have been.
It's so hard to do now.
I guess whenever I see a
'Cause
movie
people are just like they push a button and like a thing goes up. I don't know. Maybe
The cops are
I don't
there
know actually.
in like 30
how
seconds.
it happens, but in my mind,
That's
it's
just
like
the government wants you to
impossible.
think that that's what's going to happen,
But
so they
really,
do it
it's
in movies.
easy. Yeah, it's probably super easy actually.
They always do like that thing where they're like, "We're just taking the bank's money. We're not here for your money. This is insured, so you'll get your money back. Don't even worry about it. And don't fuck with us." Like that's
And also don't fuck with us
yeah,
because if you try and cross us, we will
yeah.
shoot
We have
you.
to shoot you.
But if you don't, then you'll get your money back and we get your
Right.
money too. Works
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So
We'll see
Yeah,
that's
my
what we
mic's
could
way
get to.
hotter
I
on
think
this.
that was in Heat.
Sorry.
Eric let me
oh,
borrow
it's
that
okay,
movie.
okay.
Heat is pretty good.
Oh, I never.
I was
seen it.
probably
You
really
haven't seen it?
quiet
It's
and
really
holding.
good.
it
It's
in.
Al
Okay.
Pacino, Robert De Niro,
Do you
Val
remember
Kilmer.
that one bank robber movie where it's like two guys and then one girl and she like falls in love with both of them? You know what I'm talking
think it's called
about?
Bandit.
And it's got
It
like
has-
Billy.
Oh, yeah,
Billy
yeah, yeah.
Joel.
No.
Mhm. No.
Billy Joel. What movie was Billy Joel in? No. Yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about. Billy.
Billy Joe.
He went out with
Billy Bob.
Angelina Jolie and like she
Yeah.
gave him like a quart of her blood or something like that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
To show how
which
much
you
she loved him.
You shouldn't mix blood. I hope he didn't put that in unless they're the same blood type. It will kill him.
No, like I don't remember.
Yeah, Bandit.
Damn, I
Just-
can't.
He like wore it around his neck or something.
I don't know what
Drank
they
it.
did. They broke up. So,
Yeah.
Billy.
Billy Bob
Billy
Thornton.
Joe something.
Yeah. Some,
Oh,
Billy
I keep
Joe.
thinking. I keep thinking you're talking when I'm listening to
Oh,
this
yeah.
episode. That's why I was like,
Haley
it's Billy
Joel
Bob.
Osment is what you think. That's a kid from The Sixth Sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
okay.
Eric thinks I'm really bad at remembering like famous black people names because like call everyone Denzel Washington, and they'll even call Denzel Washington. I'll be like, "What's his name? Dennis Washington."
What?
Yeah, but it's not that. It's black people. I just can't remember anybody's name who's famous unless it's like Brad Pitt. Or
I'm
Leo.
glad I wasn't
love
being
Leo.
like, oh, it's
Leo.
Denzel Washington, and I
Um,
call
I
it like
call him
just
Leo 'cause
another
that's why it's
random
easy to remember.
black person.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I'm
We
glad I
talk
didn't
about
do
Morgan
that.
Freeman in the next episode. The
Oh,
first one
nice.
that came out.
Nice.
I mean, yeah. One thing I was really impressed with the first episode is like you were keeping up with like riffing and stuff. Like you have some good comedy chops. I was like, damn, this girl actually could have made a go podcasting. You could start a podcast now.
If I had a good idea, I
Have to
probably
produce it.
would. Yeah, well, no, of course. My friend has a really good idea, but it's
I would
not
suggest
mine.
don't rely on your friends for podcasting.
Oh no, I
You have to
wouldn't.
do it yourself.
I wouldn't. Her idea has to do with like talking about old medicine, like how people used to use like leeches and stuff like that, and like how that all came about. I think it's interesting, but I would not be able to add that conversation. So I was just, when she told me, I was like, oh, that does sound really interesting because people are so into like history and like true crime and stuff. So I was like, oh, I actually think that would do well. But yeah, not me. I don't know anything about that shit besides like the leeches. So otherwise,
Not about leeches, though.
I ain't got no.
Hey, you
other
got a
ideas.
vet. You're a vet tech now. So or vet is that's the right term?
No, I'm a vet tech. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. yeah. No,
There could be something there.
I could do a segment.
You could do something
Where
where
I
like
talk
you
about
talk to
the
a
best
dog
patients.
every episode. You talk to a new dog.
Oh, that would be so cute.
Yeah.
And just like have them have like a little mic thing on too.
Yeah. Or we animate them maybe or something.
Oh, like the mic thing, but not the dog. The dog would actually be here. Yeah.
If you want.
I don't
Well,
want to
you'd
do
have
it
to
if it's
get-
not a real dog. Pepper could be my
Oh.
first guest.
Yeah. Do you imagine what the dog's voices would sound like if they talk like a person when you see them?
Mm-hmm. Most of the time it's like, oh, my name is Ben and boo boo. Oh, like
So they
that.
sound
Most of the time.
like a little howly. You know,
Yeah.
they have like a weird
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
cadence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a dog howling.
Or if it's like we give a vaccine and they're like wagging their tail in their treat, but then they like turn to look back after we give the vaccine, then like one of my coworkers will be like, oh, sorry, to the dog. And I go, it's okay. And that's my voice of them replying,
Every dog sounds like that, though.
it's okay.
I feel
Yeah.
like our dog, Basset Hounds, that come from Ireland, so I feel like talks like an old Irish or like old French lady.
Ooh, I love that.
If
Do you have her voice?
Well, I think of Madame Maxine from the audiobooks of Harry Potter.
Oh, nice. I was
It's like,
thinking
how
of...
dare you?
That's cute. I was thinking of Mrs. Doubtfire, but that's...
Hello. No,
Hello, dear.
okay.
Mallory's like, I'm mom, not dear. Okay.
Uh,
Sometimes I'll use that voice too for dogs, like tiny, like sassy dogs, like Jessie. I will be like,
your
okay,
dog.
mom, it's not like that. Okay.
Do you like a stereotypical gay?
Or like sassy
Cadence.
girl. Or yeah, I like a gay man. Something like that.
Something offensive.
Yeah. What?
No, it's not. I'm just.
I'm assigning that voice to a very cute tiny dog. How's that
How
offensive?
could it be offensive?
Yes.
Okay,
But
makes sense.
I was just listening to the Nerdist. They're talking about how that's called. They want to call that Bobby dropping. Like it's like a new level of like douchiness when you'd be like, oh, so you could say like, oh, I was going to dinner with Robert De Niro the other night.
Oh,
So
man.
you're
Oh.
dropping the name. But if you're like, oh, so I was going to dinner with Robert De Niro.
I just call him Bobby.
Yeah, so Bobby dropping, or like when people
love
say
Nerdist.
Marty
Bobby
from Martin Scorsese.
Not around
Oh,
anymore.
yeah.
The Nerds
Marty's
podcast.
so
Aw,
talented. Marty
R.I.P.
was talking to me the other
Or
day.
Marky Mark for
Marky Mark.
I like
Maybe.
saying
I don't know
Bobby.
if he likes
I've
the
never
name
used
Marky
that.
Mark.
I just called Lee.
Me either.
Lee.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, maybe don't do
Oh, okay. You don't want to have them all recorded and
Yeah, like
rate
you
the
know
best
him,
one?
right?
Sad.
Leo.
No.
Okay.
Me and Leo.
I'm gonna start talking about him like that. Oh, I was just watching Leo the other day, like on the TV. I was just watching Leo, like he was hanging out on this boat.
He was on a boat. Yep, that was my go-to too. I was like, I'm gonna
Oh.
get him on the boat.
Hey,
I was
pause.
watching Leo sleep the other day.
Who knew that we were talking about that and now 10 years later that fucking submarine thingy happened. And now everybody's talking about Titanic again.
Oh, are they still?
I mean, a lot of people are because
I thought
like
they
people are
moved on.
making no. They're like making jokes being like all the ghosts were like fuck you for trying to come down here and then anyways.
Oh, okay.
It's like
So
memes and
the
shit.
ghost revenge of the.
Mm-hmm. Jack Dawson's down there and he's just like, billionaires. Sorry. Boom. Like that.
And he crushes them with his hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his ghost hand. How powerful it was. Anywho, Titanic.
Today, and then he was like getting into people's minds. It was so crazy.
Good one, Inception. Good one. Good pull.
Still talking about Leo.
Yeah.
So, anyways, there's that movie where the girl's dating like two guys, and it's
Oh,
crazy.
Bandit.
Still talking about Bandit.
Yeah. The other guy is
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. No,
I don't
it's
know.
it's Die Hard. John McClane, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Bruce
Bruce Willis. Yeah, Bruce Willis and Billy
Joel
something.
Osment.
No, not Billy Joel. What is his name? Would you just Google it?
Damn, I'm funny.
Google it. Let me get my iPhone,
Yeah.
my iPad.
Damn it! I wish I could. Billy. I'm gonna see
Well,
if
I can
make
see why
it
we
up
didn't put
before
it out.
she Can Google it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's a pretty funny
Billy
episode.
Was in that movie with the other guy. No,
Oh
this is
God.
a good podcasting. And just me
It's just
thinking.
us trying to remember
loud.
actors' names.
Actors'
Let me see.
Um,
Let me see.
Which yourself, I
Sorry,
just
I'm
cut
a-
out now.
I'm a slow
Yeah.
Googler.
It's just a slow Googler.
Most people are like, "Oh, I got it." I'm like, "Hold on, I'm still getting to
You're-
Google.com."
Your googliness isn't very high right now.
Billy Joe. Hold on.
Billy.
My phone's also super slow. It's not just me.
Oh,
Billy
right.
Joe Armstrong.
Is it?
That's the lead
Billy
singer.
Joel Armstrong. That's a gamble.
Great.
Just hit it. It's
No,
no
that's
the Billy Joel Armstrong is the lead singer for Green Day,
Yeah, there it is.
and now there's just a bunch of pictures of him.
That's how
on his
punk I
phone.
was. I didn't know who Billy
His
Joel
name's not Billy
Armstrong
Joel.
was.
It might not be.
Billy.
It's.
You mean Billy Bob
something
Thornton?
rednecky and hippie.
He's a real hippie dippy.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's.
What's his name? Billy.
Don't have
Oh,
bigger.
fuck.
Damn it! She got Billy Joel Osment. Not Billy Joel Osment. Billy Joel. What?
Oh my
Let
god.
me see.
Yeah, okay.
This is
Billy
hilarious. Probably only to us.
and-
Oh yeah. I got this goji berry juice
Oh yeah.
from Safeway.
You're like,
positive.
I'm changing the
Those are
subject
shitty
now.
food at work today.
You're like,
It
this
was
is
really
enough of
bad.
that.
You do work at the
That's
Olive
really
Garden.
Yeah,
funny.
and it's ugh.
Oh, right.
Really
Olive
Olive Garden.
Garden. Pause.
Yeah, I worked at Olive Garden.
Yeah.
That's where I met Ashley, my roommate.
Oh, yeah. The one who was cool. But
Yeah,
the
I
rest
had like 2 cool roommates. There was another one,
Mhm.
and she was an artist, or she was dating an artist guy, and he put all of his prints around the house.
Oh, that is cool.
If you go back and look at the pictures of us with all these
Mhm.
different people, one of the pictures behind that was his artwork.
I did like a lot of the stuff you had hanging up
Yeah,
in the
it was so
basement.
cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, Olive Garden. You worked there for quite a while.
long time, yeah, like 4 or 5 years almost.
Yeah. Did you feel like family?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, in the sense that they treated me like shit.
Yeah. And everybody was going to jail for robbing banks.
Not robbing banks. It was a convenience store. But yeah.
Right. I still think that's funny that I always forget you worked at Olive Garden.
Really?
Yeah, it's like if someone
part
was
of my
like,
life.
"Oh, what jobs has JD
I've
had?"
had a lot of jobs.
I know, and I feel like Olive Garden is not one that comes to mind for me for some reason.
See, something Sam, friend of the podcast, and I were talking about is trying to do like a one-man show about all the jobs I've had.
Oh,
I was
really?
looking for work.
That is so funny.
The JD Lopez story.
It would be
like a lot
it
of
would be a
comics do
full
one-man shows.
production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do one-man shows, and
Uh-huh.
it kind of rolls into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
I think it'd be because I have a lot of my jokes are about jobs I've had,
Uh-huh.
and even a buddy of mine was like, "Do you only take jobs so you can do jokes about them?" So I was like,
Once you've
I
got
work at
enough,
an ice
you're
cream
like,
shop
I
now.
quit.
I work at pretty much.
I work for was it DT, whatever the driving. I don't know.
RTD.
RTD.
Yeah,
Not
I drive the
DTF.
short buses for RTD. Yeah, not a lot of jokes yet. Not a lot of jokes.
Well, that's good. Mhm.
Thornton.
Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton. There it is.
There. finally got him.
Yeah. Well, that was probably 10
Alright.
minutes of the 15-minute podcast.
We were
like
stuck
30.
on Joe, and that's what the problem was.
Right. Do you like this setup? Like,
Mm-hmm.
we're not on opposite ends of a table. We're both sitting at like kind of a longish table, looking at each other
Mhm.
to the side.
Mhm.
I don't know
I
if
do
like
like
this was
it.
gonna be a weird dynamic, and especially if we had like a third person, I guess would be on the end,
Yeah, well, I don't know. We can figure it out.
right?
We had
Um,
plenty
Good
of
for now,
guests.
though.
Who do you think
Yeah.
was your favorite guest on the show?
Probably Ben Roy. Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah, very very gracious of him to come on.
Do you have any guests that you remember who you had a crush on? I know one for sure you had a
I mean,
crush on.
I mean, all of them.
I had a crush on a couple.
Yeah,
Ben
I
Roy
mean,
was
and
definitely probably my favorite. So.
Well,
Still is.
didn't hook up with him. He
I
hooked up
know,
with a
but
couple
now
other ones.
he is not married. But now
Yeah?
I am. We're ships
Yeah.
passing in the night.
Yeah, Mary. I mean,
That was
Beautiful,
the one
beautiful.
I know. Yeah, she still is gorgeous.
Yeah,
and so
very
talented.
talented.
hmm There was that one guy we had, Justin. I'm not gonna say his last name. Who I dated for like a month.
Okay.
So that
You
was.
also dated Asa, who we talked about
Oh
already.
yeah, Asa. I remember him. Yeah. He was really cute. hmm
Yeah, very talented.
Yeah, he was really talented too. I guess I don't know if he still
McKenna.
does stuff.
Ken
Oh, yeah.
Rosewood.
McKenna's gorgeous. I have a crush on her too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was it. I mean, I kind of had a crush on Johnny during that time too. So
Dang.
I know we had a lot of really cool people though. I mean,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
he had
Thank you
good
to everyone who
pickings.
came on. It's cool.
Yeah. I know, right? Our little baby podcast, and people were like, "Yeah, sure, that was nice."
Mm-hmm. Fun times.
Mm-hmm.
Got a couple minutes left.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like this room is really nice for sound, except for the windows, but it's brick. It's like an old school. This house is like over 100 years old.
It is
Wow.
even older now.
This house is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I was just over on the
110.
other end. One of our roommates moved over to the other end of the housing.
Why?
He wanted a room
yeah.
with east and north facing windows,
Oh, okay.
and this and so on this side
Sounds
of the
nice.
Hopefully that guy doesn't listen to this.
complex,
He sounds like a douche.
he's okay. He
He's a nice guy.
he's like going to school to
okay.
be a math teacher, so I
Oh.
think that says something to his character.
Mhm.
He's good with
But
But
numbers.
it's like
Yeah, I guess
bizarro,
I don't know.
like
Really?
house over there. I was just over there before you got here, and it's like just the opposite of everything.
Really?
Yeah, it's so weird.
I don't know why I thought that guy was a
Oh.
I like
douche.
this house more.
I
You know,
that ass is
Probably
actually
just
a
thought
little nicer.
everybody
Just
was.
like fresher paint.
Very
Well, they
punk
do
rock
have
of you.
It's cleaner.
Thank
south
you.
Windows.
Yeah. East and north facing windows.
Oh my bad.
Cool. I think we should actually wrap it up. And
Okay, that
yeah,
sounds good.
I think like keep it short enough. Like if we really wanted to, we could put this on like Facebook or something, and it's just
Yeah.
audio.
Facebook.
that
Or
I don't-
use it
no
in
one
10
else
years.
but our
Yep.
friends
I
would
mean, the
listen to.
government's already listening, so
Right,
you'd be
so-
I
super
brought that up a
cool.
lot during this episode. I don't know why.
Is that helicopters?
Oh shit, we gotta get out of here.
I gotta go. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Once we figured out who Billy Bob Thornton was, we were
Yeah.
like, all right, this
Alright.
episode's done.
We did all the heavy lifting. The hard work
Yeah.
was done.
Yeah. Finally, I was able to Google correctly.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That one, I can see why I put out the other one first.
Yeah.
But, it's a time. It's a
Yeah.
time capsule. It's what it was.
Yeah. It's
10
beautiful.
years.
I know.
I don't know. Any highlights from the past 10 years you want to throw out there besides getting married? That was a great wedding up in Estes Park.
Thank you. And I'm so happy you came. It
You're
was not very big, so I really appreciated everybody who did come out.
Wasn't in the wedding party, but that's fine.
Okay. I think I offered for like you and Eric to do something, and you guys were like,
yeah, to
nah.
be ushers.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was
Ushers.
trying.
You
to-
wanted me to work at your wedding. You're like,
That's what all
Mexicans
the-
love working.
That's what all the people who were.
What did Sam
And
do
She
besides tell
helped-
you you're beautiful?
she helped keep all my crazy friends and family
Oh
in
my-
check. No, for reals, she did. So
Name one crazy family member.
I'm not going to do that.
Mary?
No,
Okay.
maybe, but no, I wouldn't say that. Shout
Mary,
out.
you got to watch it on video if you want to see her wink at the camera.
Oh wait, there you go.
You don't think it's capturing both eyes?
I don't know how technology works. I still don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a big highlight.
Did you ever tell your current husband when you were dating that you had a podcast? Go back and listen.
He hasn't listened to it, but I did tell him that we
Oh,
used to do a podcast
I knew I didn't like
together.
him for a reason.
Has Mallory listened to all these episodes?
I don't know about all of them, but,
But she's listened to at
she's
least
heard
one.
the podcast.
Okay. Can you still find them on Spotify and stuff?
Yeah,
Or like,
yeah.
oh.
But, I mean, it's not all under the left and right brain.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that.
Wherever you get podcasts, you can go back and listen to the JDJOs.
Oh, wow.
I mean, not YouTube, but
Yeah. Well, I just thought that once you started left hand, right brain, it was kind of like JDGO was tossed to the side like old trash, you know?
well,
But I guess you really cared about me. I appreciate
yeah. I
that.
mean, it's all on there.
Mm-hmm.
Still do.
Yeah. Well, now that I know that, I will make him listen to every single episode.
We talked about a Vegas biker gang. Do you remember that? Do you think they're still after us?
No.
The Schooners?
Right. I don't.
You worried about them at all?
No. It's been too long that I've had any interactions with any Vegas bikers. So luckily, no. And thank God, they're not worth it. They're stupid.
All right. Well,
Not saying
may have
bikers
started
are
a feud
stupid.
now, but
Right now they're back after us. Sorry. Not saying bikers are stupid, but just some of the biker gangs in Vegas are
that would be
dumb.
I've been ending the podcast by doing a pitch for a movie. If we
Mm-hmm.
did do a JDJO movie, it would be that this biker gang is coming after us.
Mhm.
And
And then
we have to-
aliens appear.
sure, maybe at the end, that's like the Deus Ex Machina
Yeah.
kind of thing. But
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, we go on like a road
It
trip.
has to star Billy Bob Thornton.
He could be the leader of the biker gang.
Oh, actually, he would be probably a really good actor for that.
Yeah, probably.
He looks like he would at least. Got
You
fucking
not seen
Angela.
Billy Bob Thornton movie or something? He's great.
I know. I think he's great too.
Hey,
but I mean,
Blanchett could play you.
he looks like lots of his movies, he's like smoking cigarettes and shit. You know, he looks like a biker man. He can have
Okay,
Angelina
sure.
Jolie's blood around his neck still.
Still.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how you know.
You're
how
like, a love
hardcore-
like that never dies.
Yeah.
It's like the look you got in your eyes. When you get a vial of blood,
It's
you
like
keep
witchy
it
shit.
forever.
You know, I feel like your life would be worse if you got rid of it.
Would
Probably.
you give your husband a vial of your blood ever?
Maybe, but not until
He'd have to want it.
no, I would do it even if he didn't want it.
Have you
But
done?
I would probably wait like 10 years of marriage, so that way he'd be
Wow.
less freaked out, and at that point he'd be like, "This is
You
normal."
think he'd be less freaked out in 10 years?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you think he'd be freaked out now?
No, but I think the longer he knows me, the less freaked out he would be. But he wouldn't be freaked out enough now to be like, no. I just think he'd be like, okay. And then maybe would only wear it in front of me, but not actually wear it all the time. But in 10 years, I think he would wear it all the time because he'd be like, all right, it's fine.
All right, how many years then would you have to be to wear a vial of his blood?
Oh, 0. I'd do it right now if he wanted to. I would have probably done it 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah, I think that's cool. What about you?
I mean, if my wife wanted me to have it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She does some witchy stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm
which
saying.
is
It's
terrifying
witchy.
to me, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't think witchy stuff is too bad.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Aliens scare you more than the
Well,
occult.
Yeah, most witchy stuff I feel like is very like just dealing with nature and like lots of it's supposed to be like manifesting good things. Like I don't think that many witches are
Can't
out
have
there
the good
just
without
like
the bad.
cursing. Yeah. I mean, but is that really a rule or is that a rule that you think is a rule?
I think there's a yin yang in everything.
That's true. I do feel like you have that belief about things. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. Anyway, hopefully
that's
we
why
don't
I'm
get
not
cursed.
getting. Yeah, I'm not getting cursed by a witch because I just spoke very highly of them, so I'm not worried. So
Yeah, I just said
I'm the yin, not getting cursed. You're the king. I'm just kidding.
I'm the king. All right. Well. Yeah. Anything else you want to wrap it up? I mean, I said some nice things about you, but
Mhm. You didn't
don't
say
say-
you're. Oh, I gave you lots of compliments.
Okay.
Maybe I'm short one, but I'll give it to you. But after you tell me any highlights from your past 10 years.
I mean, the past 10 years, I mean, I got married, found
Mhm.
love,
Mhm.
kept doing comedy. The
Mhm.
therapy thing has always been very,
Got Pepper.
yep,
Mhm.
got Sergeant Pepper, which is
Mhm.
fantastic,
Mhm.
life-changing thing right there.
Mhm.
I did have a lady on the bus. I picked up this old lady, and she asked me what the most important thing I've ever done in my life was.
Aw.
And I was like, I don't know, probably going to therapy,
Aw.
really changed my life for the positive, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, how about you? Because I thought that's what she was waiting for. And she goes, I don't know, accepting Jesus Christ as my Lord
Oh,
and Savior.
God.
Yeah, I know. That kind of ruined it.
You were
I
like,
was like,
okay.
all right, well, that's good. That's nice.
Well, take a seat and we'll get on the road.
We were driving, yes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's,
It wasn't
some good
saving
times.
some Girl Scout cookies.
No, not yet. Not yet. We'll see.
That's not until you're ready to die.
Yeah. Girl Scout cookies. Saving Girl Scouts. Not Girl
And puppies.
Could just be children in general. Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
a specific Girl Scout. But yeah, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to go out in a blaze of glory. Would rather, I don't know. Part of me does think it'd be nice to just kind of fade away,
Mm-hmm.
to exit gracefully.
Yeah. I think one or the other.
I mean, it is hard.
It's
I've had
nice.
2 podcasts end at this point. Well,
Mhm.
multiple. 3 if you count Appetites, but that just kind of fizzled out.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had 2 podcasts where it's like, okay, we're done doing this now.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one was a bad breakup type of situation. We
dang.
got mad at each other, and he said some nasty things.
Oh,
you know,
dang.
so.
I don't know who this is, but
Patrick Scott. You gotta listen to the last episode of Los Chupacabras.
Oh, right. I do
So.
remember that podcast. Oh,
I mean, it just
dang.
didn't end well. He's like,
Oh.
I'm not having fun. I don't like doing this. Although he's also under a lot of pressure with.
Dang. Well,
we've
I'm
done
sorry.
podcasts after that, but
That's
it was,
good.
I've had a good experience with the breakup with the pod,
Mhm.
which is what ours was.
Mm-hmm.
Had a bad one.
Mm-hmm.
A lot
It's just
under
like
my belt.
relationships. Yeah. I mean, coming like all the stuff you've done with Left Hand Right Brain, I would say that's a big highlight of the past 10 years. I mean, this is like a whole thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it is the longest running Denver comedy podcast at this point. And
Really?
yeah.
What? I didn't know that. Congrats, JD.
I mean,
That's
people
amazing.
Refer to me as the Pod King of Denver. So.
Oh my God. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not,
No,
but I'm
no,
going to
I
start
mean,
doing it.
You should. You
Okay,
should.
good.
I mean, someone else did christen me that. It wasn't me saying that, but I've been
Nice.
I've been really trying to get it going.
Nice. I'll help with that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wow.
And I do love podcasting. I think I went from being someone identified as a comedian trying to also do podcasting,
Yeah.
and now that's flipped.
Mhm.
Where I feel like I'm a podcaster who does.
Yeah.
Who does.
Yeah. Do you think this will be a full-time job one day?
I'm hoping. I'm trying.
I hope
I'm
so,
trying to get
too.
it going with the cameras. I mean,
Mhm.
it would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm producing multiple podcasts here
Yeah.
in town now, and
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
I think that's
We're
awesome.
part of the
I
network.
think it will.
We get money from that.
I know.
Like, legit.
Mhm.
Legit.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it all started with JDJO, so thank you so much for being a part of that. And
thanks for choosing me after whoever your first
you chose.
choice.
I think you chose me.
I can't speak.
The pod chose us.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Aw.
And yeah, so thank you so much for being a part of it, coming back in, doing the 10-year anniversary. I guess we'll see where we are in 20 years. And,
I know, right?
Yeah.
We'll
Make
still
a
be
prediction
making
where
the
we'll
same
be in 20
jokes.
years. You think we'll be in Denver still?
I do
Think we'll have to
actually.
do this over some kind of Zoom-like thing in the future?
No, I think we'll do it in person.
Hologram it?
Yeah. If anything, like I couldn't even Google why would I be able to figure out Zoom in another 10 years because they'll probably be even more like fancy. So I will probably need to do it in person. You probably would be able to be like, this is how you Zoom. And I'd be like, I can't. Let me just come over. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I moved away, but I don't think I do think I'll be coming back to Denver if I ever move away because I'll miss my friends so much. I don't think I'd be able to stay away for more than like 5 years at most. So yeah. So I think we'll be back here and hopefully making different jokes, but maybe not.
We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, I think you'll be in Canada. My prediction is you'll be in Canada.
Great. I would love that.
I'll be in a bigger house.
I do think that
more
too.
Comfortable couch. And
yeah, keep this couch.
I want a different couch.
Okay,
I want,
that's fair.
Yeah, all the podcast setups are like 2 chairs on a table. So it is what it is.
Maybe yeah. We should burn this couch if you do get a new one. That'd be cool.
It was given to me given to us by our in-laws, so I don't know. If
never mind. Don't burn
my
it.
mother-in-law would appreciate it.
Yeah, no, never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. Don't do it.
But all right, yeah. Thanks so much for being on. Appreciate
Thanks for
it. Yeah.
having
Did we have a sign off?
Oh, we always talked about it, and then we would always try and come up with something, and it was always something really bad, and it was never consistent.
Well, I usually say be excellent to each other. Wakanda forever. So if you however you want to end the podcast, the culmination of the
eat
last
the
10
rich.
years. Okay. Well, there it is.
And I love you, JD.
I love you too.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.